Hello and welcome to Sorta OK Reviews, where every fandom's welcome. I'm Nathan Bedard.
I'm Brad Newton.
And another My Hero Academia episode review, and this episode is called Rush.
Yep, we keep on moving along this season. It's more like filler, right? We show Bakugo a little bit, but Class 1A?
No, this episode was pretty much straight manga chapter, pretty straightforward to the story, which I was glad. I was a little worried. I didn't mind them adding in other stuff here and there, because it really wasn't bad at all. It wasn't a cutaway. It flowed really well, and I really did enjoy it. But I was getting a little worried. I was like, okay, now if they add up another filler episode, it's like, okay, they're dragging this part on, because there's still a second part that we find out later on to the exam.
Yeah.
But no, this is pretty straightforward. Of course, we saw last week it ended off with Bakugo fighting the dude from
Shiketsu High or whatever it's called.
Shiketsu High. Yeah, he can I was a little I didn't even remember from the manga. I was confused on his quirk again, but then they of course state it.
Yeah, it's meatball.
Meatball, yeah.
What the? You've been meatballed.
Yeah, so he can kind of turn himself into crushed up meat, and then turn other people into it, kind of, pretty much.
It's so freaking weird.
It's weird.
It's I don't know.
It's I'll give Hirokoshi Sensei one thing. He's big. He bases he's a big comic book fan, but really I can't remember I didn't delve too heavy into the comic books. I know there's some weird cats out there, some weird characters. But man, he put some unique powers in this show.
Yeah, his name is Seiji.
Seiji, yeah. So, we get pretty much, Bakugo's fighting him and stuff like that. But
and he keeps on. The way he fights him is with his AP shot, his new move that he learned, these quick little bursts.
Yeah. And they're doing pretty well. They have a pretty good effect. But eventually, Bakugo, I believe, gets turned into a meatball.
Yeah, and then it's Kiminari all by himself. And Kiminari, I never would have thought he would be the one to take this guy down.
Yeah, well, it was cool. We kind of see that he has an idea for his powers. Mm-hmm. He could shoot something at him and shock him. Clay
pigeons, kind of, but not clay, but something to conduct his lightning.
So then
he shoots him, and then it's the strain of lightning just flows through like a conductor.
Yeah, and so he doesn't feel the after effect, and he won't hurt people around him either, which is cool, because it's he has an extremely powerful quirk.
Yeah.
If he later on learns to control it and manage it and upgrade it. So it was cool. It's him, and cool too, he pretty much takes him out.
Yeah, he shocks him, and then it weakens him enough for I can't remember his name. Bakugo and redhead guy, Red Riot. I can't remember his name.
Yeah, he comes in and it weakens him, so he turns back, and
Kirishima.
Yeah. He knocks him out, and pretty much they win that battle.
Mm-hmm.
And it was cool too, though. They knocked him out, and I think I don't even think they put their balls to get him out. I
don't think he passed though.
No, he didn't pass, I believe.
The people they saved, they're oh, there's the people we could take out.
Yeah, there's the people, and but even then, they're oh, 3 against hey, I like these odds, and
yeah.
they beat them
pretty easily. Yep. So that was that fight, and then we cut over to Midoriya's, the last half of his. We already kind of got the plan the week before. What they're gonna do is Uraraka stands behind the corner, and then Sero says, "Yeah, pick me up, Midoriya." He's let's run really fast, and he jumps up in the air. It's he's basically Spider-Man, but with tape instead of webs. And he puts his tape down and traps everybody, and Uraraka has the rocks at the end of the tape to keep him down. So they just it's a big net, and then they just go over a bunch of people, and that's how that fight goes down.
And it was cool. The one thing I'll take away from that fight was it was cool that these kids were "Come on, we gotta pass, we gotta get our provisional licenses, we want to be heroes," and Midoriya's just yeah, so do I.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but we won this.
Their argument was, you're only first years. This is your first chance. You get way more opportunities to do this. And Joey's no, I need this now with all the stuff that's been going on. Yeah,
well, he needs it now, but also it's just Midoriya needs it more because he's supposed to be the symbol of peace coming up, so. And then pretty much after that,
we have the last group of Class 1A that hasn't passed yet. We're getting, down to the wire now. There's, they need about 11 more people left to pass. And then Ida meets up with Aoyami. And you can talk about that if you want.
Yeah, so it was like cool that like he's hiding, he's kind of scared and stuff like that. But he's like, "Come on, we need to do this," and like they're running, but everyone's like kind of going after them and stuff, and pretty much it leads up to like he's just like I want to be different. Like he's like, why am I different? Like you kind of get like
a little bit of his backstory.
Yeah, you kind of feel bad for him because like his quirk's actually kind of like it could be powerful.
Mm-hmm.
But
he shoots a beam.
Yeah, but it is weird. Like, but he's not the strong type. He likes to show that he's different. He's out there and stuff like that.
Not only was it a moment for him, I thought it was a good character moment for Ida because he's like, I kind of want to be the last person to pass because he's like, I'm Class 1A's representative, so he's like, I want to make sure you guys all look good too. So I'm kind of waiting behind, and that's when he finds out Yami. He's like, you could have just passed yourself, Ida, because Ida could have just gone because he's super fast and won real quick. But he's like, no, I want as much as the class as possible to pass with me. So that's the point for him.
And they're running, and he feels like, okay, we have that flashback, and he's like, okay, even even if like I can't pass, I want to make sure my friends can pass. Mm-hmm. So he bends backwards and he pretty much shoots a beam into the sky, and he makes
the Tower of Hope.
Yeah, it's like a beacon to like for the people to come to where he is, so then Ida can like hide or something, or keep going and like tag them as they're going. And
but not only does it lead the other competitors, it leads Class 1A altogether. Because they know that's how Yami's powered. They're like, oh, there he is. Everyone converges to that point.
Yeah, and it was a funny moment for like Mineta. He's just like, because he bleeds when he uses too much of his like great balls, and he's just like, ah! He's just like throwing as much as he can, and
yeah, we see like Koda calling like a swarm of birds. So I'm like, his power could be.
Yeah, that was like the moment when it's like, okay, everything's gonna be okay, and it was also the moment when Mr. Aizawa was pretty much talking to Miss Jo. Yeah, and he's just like, yeah, don't worry about them. Like they're gonna find a way, and like. The birds come in and you see Class 1A just coming in, like, so Mineta throws the ball, like
Tokoyami's got his armor on,
and you just see Class 1.
A little bit of everybody, yeah.
Class 1A comes together, and also the other girl from Kami, she passes. We find out
she was like the third to last pass. They're like, we kept on like this person passed, this person passed, this person passed. They're like, oh, all of Class A is about to pass. They're like, oh wait, Kami got one too, like one from Shiketsu High. Came and got one. And the last two to pass were Aoyami and Ida.
So we have all of Class 1A that they passed. It's fun. Everyone but the guy that fought Bakugo
and he could have won too if he wasn't so cocky, because he could have easily eliminated all the people he took out. But his whole thing was, it's like, I think heroes are fake, kind of going the Stain route, not as extreme, but I'm going to be the bridge to, the wall, so people have to get past me to become a hero.
Yeah, so, and pretty much we find out that, once everyone gets in the building, and they're like, and all the other school jokes, her class.
Shino, the earthquake guy, and a few of them get by, too.
They pass, so, they're all, but, and then they're like, okay, so, yep, you guys passed the first part, but, and there's just one more part left, and they just see all the building and stuff start to explode, and
earthquakes and all kinds of stuff.
I believe they explain what they have to kind of do. I think, right?
All they said, all I remember them saying, it's going to be a rescue mission. They didn't explain the rules of how you pass, but they just said next quiz is going to be a rescue mission.
Yeah, they got rescue. Yeah.
So I think that's all we know in the anime right now. So yeah, that's how the episode ends, and I think that kind of bodes well for Midoriya, because this is his first time, going to be saving more than one person. So I'm excited to see how it goes.
Yeah. So that was the episode. It's great, but it's also it kind of sucks. I'm remembering that we're kind of winding down to the end of the season. Yeah. We're not that far away. I think maybe 10 episodes.
I think it's less than that. Yeah.
So we're sadly almost done season 3, but it was a great episode. Next week's going to be even, probably going to be better. I'm interested to get to the next part of this exam. But yeah, it was an all-around good episode. Anything you want to say?
Yep, and as always, if you liked the video, please hit that subscribe button right there, and you can catch last week's review right here.
That's going to be it for us. We hope you enjoyed the video, and we hope you have a good day. Thank you very much.